We all know Mansfield is one of a kind. Well, except in one way. Yeah, turns out there's a lot of places around America named Mansfield. So, let's learn about a few of them. It's Meet the Mansfields. Today, we're headed up to the Buckeye State in Mansfield, Ohio.
All right, hey Lee, thanks so much for being on with us here today. Tell us about Mansfield, Ohio. What is the primary thing people visit Mansfield, Ohio for?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on and doing the interview. And it's nice to meet another one of the Mansfields around the world. Well, the thing we're known for the most is the Shawshank Redemption. The Ohio State Reformatory played Shawshank State Prison back in 1993 when the movie was filmed here. Prison was a working prison 30 years ago, and it was retired 27 years ago. And since then, it's had this slow, steady rise in the public consciousness, thanks to the movie, and also thanks to the fact that it is one of the most haunted places in the country.
I was about to say, if you've ever turned on Travel Channel, there's a good chance, and within around 6 hours, you're going to see some ghost investigation show out there. How does that kind of drive tourism? Do you guys have that fun paranormal tourism angle that comes to town?
We do. We created Haunted Mansfield after the reformatory started to sell out, because we have some other really old buildings and cool, creepy stuff. And all of the places on our haunted tour are documented by paranormal investigators, whether they're statewide, nationwide, or come from the cable channels. There have all been there's evidence-based listings for how they make it into our trail.
Did you get to meet the Ghost Adventures guys when they came through?
I did not. One of my staff members does. She loves scary movies. I have done ghost hunts. I have witnessed things. I've heard things, seen things that should not happen. Leave it at that. Again, if anybody's really that intrigued, you think I'm crazy, come on up, have your own experience.
I am. We have a couple, of course, every little town does. We have, of course, our theater and the house of our founder, and I've been to both after midnight, and there's a couple of things that make you go, okay, all right, I'm gonna walk away now. So if I've got to make it up to Mansfield, Ohio sometime just to go through all that stuff.
It's funny, you juxtapose that with our downtown, which has a real working wooden carousel, was built 32 years ago. Beyond that, you've got a place called Little Buckeye Children's Museum, which is hands-on interactive play. You've got an art center that has interactive classrooms for kids, students, older adults, doesn't matter. You've got places like the Ohio Bird Sanctuary, which has grown in stature in the last 20 years. We're just finishing ski season. We have one of the last remaining privately owned ski resorts in the country. The crown daddy of all the things we're starting to get known for is a rock and tattoo festival called Incarceration. You've got heavy metal, almost scream bands from the 90s and early 2000s that still tour, still have great followings. It's now a 3-day tattoo and concert fest. Yes, it is at the Ohio State Reformatory. Where else would it be? So we go everything from scary to kid stuff to sophisticated. We are this unusual mix of things up here.
What's something that you personally love about this city?
Mansfield is an incredible place to live and raise kids. I'm not from Mansfield. I came from the Canton-Massillon area, which is 60 miles east. It's a very easygoing lifestyle. And the longer I was here, the more the place just wraps itself around you. That, and if ever the Browns were not, where they're blacked out on TV because they didn't sell out the stadium in Cleveland, you live here, you also get Columbus channels.
It could be argued that blacking out Browns games is a kind thing to do sometimes. I speak as someone who watched a couple of Cowboys games were blacked out this year, and I could have avoided seeing those. Do you ever get somebody else's mail? Does that ever get any confusion, or are you guys pretty separated?
You pick up on Google Alerts Mansfield, stuff from Mansfield, England. Especially, they've got some haunted things happening over there as well. Must be a common theme from old world. But no, we never got anybody else's mail. Sometimes they just think they're talking to a different part of the country, which if you pick it up, you can kind of play with them. If not, it's just a very confusing phone call.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week.